Tonight's program is the season opening from NOSPR with amazingly 2 violin concertos in one set being played by the same wonderful violinist Elina Vähälä from Finland, and doing both Szymanowski's concertos, which come from a different time. The first one is clear Art Nouveau Jugendstil, and the second one is really into the 20th century from the 30s, but based in a kind of more Bartok way on folk tunes. The 2 pieces which relate to that is Tapiola from Sibelius. It's also anniversary year from Jean Sibelius, which is also from the 20s and is kind of very, very, let's say, ascetic almost. So not romantic at all, and really one of the avant-garde pieces of the 20s, of the early 20th century, which relates to the second concerto. So this will be the first half. In the second half, we're going back some 10 or 20 years to the beginning of the 20th century, the time of, let's say, ballet russe, the time of Le Sacre Templeton, doing Daphnis and Chloe, and Szymanowski, the first violin concerto, which is in a way much more erotic, much more really sexual breathing, and something which is unique in the language. And I'm very happy to discover a lot of pieces from Szymanowski in the last years. And we did some wonderful recordings with Szymanowski on pieces. This is great because this spirit of Szymanowski is based here in Katowice, and it's also inside the orchestra. When you give the upbeat and there is Szymanowski, and you hear the orchestra just being into that music. So this is so authentic and original. So this is great to have this opening with these pieces.
Alexander Liebreich, he's a wonderful maestro, and we have worked together before, and he suggested first that I would come and play the first concerto. And then after a little bit of time, he called and said, we would like you to play also the second one. Will you do it? And he said, give me 2 days. And so I looked at the score and I immediately fell in love with that piece too. And so I said yes, even if it's a crazy idea, very heavy for me, but also a lot of fun. And I have played in this hall before, 2 years ago. I was on tour, and this was the first stop on our tour, and already then I was very, very impressed. And now being able to rehearse this week more than normally. We started already on Tuesday, so we had 2 full days rehearsals, and then today the dress rehearsal. So I feel that I'm getting more and more used to the hall and really can enjoy it even more than last time.